Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. The defense stat of that wall is too high. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name's Yusong. Look, we've been playing out of our freaking minds. Can I just be honest with you? We gotta celebrate when the getting's good, okay? This is human nature. Sometimes, you know, before the agricultural revolution, you'd go a few days before hunting down a bison. This is the exact same thing except in Riichi Mahjong, if you ignore like 80% of the details of it. Okay, how am I doing today? Today I'm playing at a disadvantage. I'll tell you why. One, hectic weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to calm my mind so that I can see the tiles clearly, okay? Number two, no fun beverage, only water. Some would say that this is the most difficult challenge they've ever seen on YouTube. Playing Mahjong without a fun beverage? Excuse me, do you have a death wish? All right, let's see what's going on. Door is gonna be the 5 of circles. That's a pantry staple right there. Anyone can make use of the 5 of circles, myself included. Otherwise, let's check our shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 3 floating tiles, the 6, this 2, and the 4. So we'll make something into our 5th shape from those. How confident are we? How confident are we that we're gonna get the red dragon? I'm confident that we're gonna get the red dragon. Maybe this is bad, but like I'm also looking at this hand. This is a new type of calculation that I've been making lately, and maybe it's genuinely like I can't see the tiles that clearly today. My new type of calculation that I've been making is that if my hand is cheap, right? My hand is cheap, like a knockoff version of Friends that I may or may not have bought from a market in overseas. Okay, if my hand is very cheap, and don't get me wrong, it was a legit entire discography of Friends. I could have watched all the Friends if I wanted to. Okay, I don't know why, but I never watched all the Friends after that. I was visiting family in China. We went to a market. I saw the entirety of Friends on sale for like, I don't know, $7 US. I bought it. I never watched it. I don't know why. What was I so busy with? Was AP US history that much of a challenge? We're now in Tenpai for the 1 and the 4 of circles. While I was talking about utter nonsense. So here's what I'm saying about this hand. Sometimes if you have a cheap hand where there's no value whatsoever, I feel like maybe your only strategy or one of your only strategies is to move as fast as possible. You know what I mean? Stop other people's valuable hands in their tracks. We've got a great chance for an after a con. We're in Tenpai. We gotta take this right now. Okay. New Dora is the south wind. We've discarded one. The player to our left has discarded one. We con, which sends a pretty clear signal to other people that we are in Tenpai. The scary part about this is if someone calls Riichi. If now someone calls Riichi, we are in the Thunderdome, okay? They got 2 chances at an Oradora. We gotta bail, okay? You don't, much like the advertisement for the social network, player to my right's in Tenpai, by the way. Much like the advertisement to the social network, you don't get to 100 defense points without making a few enemies. And by that, I mean, you don't get to 100% defense by not making some cowardly discards once in a while. Okay. Southwind passes. I didn't think that anyone was using it, but you never know. No one looks like they have a flush in their hand going on. Maybe the player across from me is in Tenpai for a half flush in the character suit. Player to my left also taking a lot of character tiles with him. Very scary situation. I honestly cannot believe that a 1 of circles has not come out. That's very suspicious to me as well. 3 of characters, not exactly safe. So bamboo tiles. Player to my left is not waiting on bamboo tiles. Player to my right might be. Okay, it passes, but there was a moment in there. In that moment, I was infinite. In that moment, I was infinite. And now thinking about it, like this is a 1-han hand. This is a 1,000-point hand. Am I really risking it all to stay in Tenpai for a 1-han hand? That's the Dora? Okay. Weirdly enough, I can't discard the Dora right now. I legitimately can't. What do we do now? We try to stay in Tenpai. If someone discards the 3 of bamboo, we might pawn it. I don't know. I can't risk it for a 1-han hand. This is now getting into the end game. Some people might ask me, hey, Yusong, why are you playing so defensively? You don't even know that anyone's in Tenpai. That's true, but it's really late into the game. And I don't want to take any unnecessary risks right now. Much like B.O.B. and Haley Williams of Paramore could really use a wish right now, I don't really want to take a risk right now. Someday when I compile all my thoughts into a Mahjong book, that's gonna be, come on, that's gonna be the pull quote that you put on the back cover. Kingdom Hearts back cover, by the way. All right, I'm gonna discard the 3 of bamboo, which should be relatively safe. It was discarded 2 rounds ago. I'm in Tenpai for the Dora because I don't think I'm gonna discard anything else. This is really scary right now because I don't have a lot of great tiles to discard in general. Oh no. This is awful because the player to my left is waiting for a character tiles. Like, they're making use of a lot of character tiles. It really passes, but in this case, like, we still have to do the last discard. Luckily, it's a safe tile. Okay. Everyone's in Tenpai. Yusong, why are you playing so safe? Oh, because everyone's in Tenpai. Sure, no one was waiting on the Dora, but people had the Dora in their hand. So you never know. Pretty uneventful first round, but in a way, it's the most eventful first round if you really think about it. Okay, West Wind opening up. The door is going to be the 3 of circles. We can make use of a 3 of circles. Unfortunately, our honor tiles are not super helpful right now. West Wind's not good. South Wind's not great. I would love to pick up another green dragon, though. What did we learn from the last round? Right, let me finish my thought. That was a 1,000 point hand. It wasn't coming together. I think we could have folded a little bit sooner. If I'm going to be honest with you, we would have had to pay out 3,000 points. Was it worth it? I mean, like, if you look at other players' hands at the end of the round, I feel like the person with the red 5 their hand was worth more than 3,000, right? The red 5 and it's the Dora, that's like 2-han in and of itself, and I feel like they had something else. Were they the same player that pawned the green dragons late into the game? Not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we don't have all 5 shapes yet. I would love to keep some of these honor tiles as a term of speculation, as a form of speculation. I don't know that we're afforded that luxury right now. Okay. Player to my left discarding a lot of character tiles, even willing to go so far as to discard a bamboo tile. So I was kind of thinking like, oh, maybe you're going for a flush in the bamboo suit. This is telling me either they have the quickest Tenpai of all time, unlikely, by the way, or that they're just going for an all simples hand. Something along those lines. I mean, miraculously, we have made some progress with this hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. We still need a 5th shape. Surprisingly, we still need a 5th shape. It's either something going to be around this 7 or this 9 of characters. We'll see. Happy to keep this 2-4-4 shape at the present moment. All right. I mean, this is not that bad either. So if we want to think about this, it's not perfect, but we can think about this as a 4-5 shape and a 5-6 shape. And the 7-8-9 is the 7-8-9, but I don't necessarily want to like balk at this just because, you know, it looks a little redundant. I don't think it is. 2, 3, 4, making our way downtown, dude. Making our way downtown. Unfortunately, like, yeah, okay. Really hoping that this is just a... Okay. Okay, 8 discards in. 8 discards in. There were warning signs that they were in Tenpai, right? What were the warning signs? They discarded a 5 early on. There was no door present. They discarded really strong tiles after that. I don't think that the player across from me is in Tenpai, by the way, just because they discarded a 5. Okay, that's a little suspicious, right? Because the door is the 2 of bamboo. They could have a pretty scary flush hand with the bamboo suit. I mean, we have 2 Dora. This is not a hand where we back down. In fact, this is a hand where we fight. So I know it hurts. I know what just happened is very, very painful. Extremely so, okay? I totally get it. I make no qualms about that. That's a little scary. Maybe a full outside hand, maybe a half outside hand, something along those lines. But we have a pair of the white dragons. And we have a pair of the door. This is a way that we can come back in this round for sure. We do have to be a little careful. A cross lord, the player across from us, is making some moves. And yet, so are we. Okay, discard the 5 of bamboo. We're going to want to discard the 6 of characters, which we know to be safe. If we draw a 1 or a 4 of bamboo or any tile that propels us into Riichi, I'm slamming that Riichi button. I'm jonesing for the chance to win here. That last hand was pretty devastating, right? 2 Dora out of nowhere. That's like a pro wrestler coming into the arena with an office chair. Where did he get that? Is he going to be reimbursed if he bought it with his own money at an Office Depot, huh? And if so, I hope the accounting department's robust enough to handle all these transactions. I watched one pro wrestling match. It was pretty exciting, not gonna lie. Okay, maybe just an all pairs hand. Maybe just an all pairs hand. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. Just an all triplets hand. So why did I discard the 7 there? Well, I know it was safe because they discarded a 7 previously. That was cheated by the player to my left. And also, I know that the, I'm gonna pawn this. I know that the 2 of circles is safe for the player to my right. I pawned the Dora. Here's the bad news. Here, I'll give you the good news first. The good news is our hand is 4 Han. That's really, really strong and gets us back into the game. What's the bad news? We have to win on the white dragon. We have to win on the white dragon here, and someone could just be sitting with a pair of them. The player to my left may be going for a flush. They could very well be sitting on a pair of the white dragons as well. And this discard is not that safe, especially in the light of the player to our left. But, I mean, a lot of character tiles being discarded here. There's a world, too, where this hand, especially with this pause, right? They're thinking about maybe cheating or something. This hand is not a half flush at all. This could just be another all triplets hand. I can't pawn this, unfortunately, because we still need a triplet of the white dragon to be able to win this round. It's very scary. It's very scary indeed. Player across from us takes it on a single tile weight. Toy, man. Toy. Okay, so this is not a great situation for us. We're in 4th place right now. You know what? Much like Haley Williams of Paramore and B.O.B., I could really use a wish right now. I could genuinely use a wish right now. Although, in a sense, our wish has already been granted. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Pair of the Dora, pair of the white dragons. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what I've done karmically lately, but we are getting rewarded by the Mahjong gods themselves. The Mahjong gods decided, hey, you know what? Yusong's been to the Shadow Realm enough times. Let's give him something to write home about. All right, so what do? We can pawn the, I mean, we can do anything at this point. It feels really, we can pawn the Dora. We can chi this circle shape, or I mean, the best case scenario would be to chi this 4, 5, 6, and then I don't think that we greed. I don't think that we greed on a double pair weight. I think that we wait on the 3 or the 6 of circles. Player to my left loves opening their hand for fast wins. Okay, let's see how they fare in this situation. Red dragon, we could keep it around. Like, you can make the argument that the 4, 5 shape is strong enough in and of itself, but I don't think so. I think we keep all of our options open for as long as possible here. Holy moly. In Tenpai. There's the Tenpai on a triple Dora hand. Holy moly. This is, I can never go to Vegas. Because you see those 777s in the slot machine and your brain just goes like, reverts back into monkey mode, right? Your brain cannot handle how many endorphins are being pumped into it, okay? This is the same situation. 3 copies of the Dora? I can't even count anymore, dude. Okay, they have a triplet of the Eastwind, but this is not a hand with which we bail. Absolutely not. We have 3 copies of the Dora. I still can't count. I'm too excited. And keep in mind, if we can draw a 3 of bamboo or a 7 of bamboo, this shape can be improved. This shape can definitely. Okay, so what did we do there? I'm gonna be honest with you. The thing that I could do most to improve my Mahjong play, dude, I'm gonna go for the 5. I know it's like, there's just more of a chance that we draw into one, you know? I know that the optics aren't great here because we could wait on 2 tiles instead of 1. What? one aspect in which we can improve is when we con and when we choose to con. Holy moly, that felt good. We are straight up back in this game, dude. Holy moly, we are back into this game. I don't know if the con there was correct. I don't know if the con there was correct. Maybe my teachers are good enough. Maybe I, as the student, have been too busy looking at Snapchat on my phone. And in that sense, Khan Academy is wrong. It's unneeded. I should just be paying attention in class. Is this a really long and unnecessary way to say, if you think that that con was incorrect, let me know in the comments. I genuinely want to improve, obviously. We also, okay, another thing that we learned this game, right? In the effort to getting better, player to my left was doing some really scary discards, eight discards in, and we hadn't seen a single copy of the Dora. That's probably enough. That's probably enough to be a little bit more careful with how we decide to do things. Okay, so this actually hurts us none there, because we still have a pair of the 4s, and we can still accept the 7 of circles into our hand, which we could do there, but we're not going to. Okay, player to my left, really scary hand. 2 open character tile pawns. Really hope that they don't call pawn on this as well. If I have to, what's the worst case scenario? This is I was gonna say a half flush hand. Do I slam the Riichi here? It's really good weights. Riichi Pinfu pure double sequence? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Riichi Pinfu pure double sequence. And now they have a really restricted hand with which to play. So what's the bad news here? No Dora on the board. They could be sitting on a triplet of the Dora. That'd be very, very scary. What's the good news? Again, our weights are awesome right now. Call me a well-renowned guitar player, question mark, because my name is Tom Waits. Just gonna do a quick little Google really quickly. Who Tom Waits? Songs was a suggested thing. American musician. Yes, he is he vocals, guitar, piano. Call me an American musician, because my Tom Waits are incredible. All right. Player to my left, I don't think that they're folding at all. They're just going very gung-ho about it. Fair enough. Can I tell you something funny that happened? Not funny, like not haha funny, but like we don't know. We didn't, as a community, we didn't decide. So I stream right on Twitch. We played Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? One of the questions that we got was like, what phrase derived from Chinese language is used to describe like going all in on something? And the answers were like ni hao, xie xie. Those are fine. One of them was gung ho, the actual answer, and one of them was Sichuan. And obviously Sichuan is not the right answer, right? But we as a community, we were all like, oh, is this okay? Like, we can't tell. It's also, are you smarter than a 5th grader? Like, do I necessarily, like, it's not the film team behind Parasite, right? Like, I don't necessarily think that Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader has demonstrated enough cultural sensitivity, frick, by the way, discarding the Dora there, to you know, have the benefit of the doubt there. I don't know. Point is, the player to my left is going very gung-ho about that. Very long-winded way of saying that. Cannot believe that a 2 or a 5 of characters has still not come out after all this time. Player to my left still making moves. They have a pawn of the West Wind, a triplet of the West Wind. That's their seat wind. They could very well still win. Another Dora being discarded. This is, I'm playing like a demon right now. Riichi, sumo, 2 aura. Sheesh, dude. Dana Chiba, this one's for you. Dana Chiba, renowned Mahjong author of Mahjong Riichi Book 1. Dude, I'm so glad I've been reading. You want to know? And I haven't read in a while. That's the most fricked up part of it all. Oh my god. I'm so glad I was reading, because again, the Dana Chiba method, not really, right? This could be so wrong, but he's just like, call Riichi. If you have a good enough hand, like, call, most likely you're gonna want to call Riichi. All right, let's not get highway blindness here, okay? Let's not get overconfident. Someone else could have a really good hand, and we have the luxury, we have the absolute luxury of sitting back and playing defensively. You know what I mean? We're in first place. We don't need to call any risky cons. This is a situation where we 100% do not con. Absolutely not. If we get another 5 here, we'll just keep it. We'll make use of it. Country girls make do. Okay. Okay, all right. I mean, it's not necessarily, I mean, okay, I have to stop referencing some stuff, dude. You want, like, sometimes you just get to a point where you're like, oh, the internet has destroyed my brain. The internet has straight up destroyed my brain. And that was one of those moments. One tile away from Tenpai. I think this is okay. If this is our pair, then this has to be our triplet, and then we can do like either a pure double sequence here, or we could just like open our hand for the win, you know? What's the door? It's the 6 of characters. Can we make use of that? A little bit, a little bit. I can call Riichi here? Nah, dude, no. This is not a situation where you call Riichi. Absolutely not. Because imagine we draw a 6 of characters, right? I'm not discarding the Doria here. I'm clutching that tile until I die, okay? And we can sit in Damaten for a nice Pinfu hand, maybe even a pure double sequence hand. Maybe even a pure double sequence hand. Nothing else too spicy. The player to my left, again, loves opening up their hand for going for the quick win. They have 1 Dora. We don't really know what the rest of their hand is looking like. They haven't discarded a lot of bamboo tiles, though. And we have to be a little bit careful because, they're the player in second place. So if they're going to play this aggressively, we have to be very, very mindful of that. Okay, there's the bamboo tiles that we were talking about on a closed weight as well. They're very lucky to be able to finish that 2-4 shape. I'm still not going to call Riichi. I don't have to. I don't want to wager 1,000 points, and I don't want to deal into the player to my left. Okay, player to my right calls Riichi. This is a good hand. All things considered, NPR, I'm your host, Terry Gross. This hand is good. All things considered, this hand is good. It's not above folding, though. It's not above folding. You want to know why? It's because we don't need to win by a lot. We just need to win by If I was another player at this table, I'd be pissed. I'd be absolutely furious. That's a dealer Mongon out of nowhere. I have become the protagonist. I have legitimately, I'm so sauced up that my speech is slurred. I have legitimately become the protagonist. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. This is a half flush. We are no longer playing just to get by. We are playing to utterly destroy someone. Oh, come on. This hand is ridiculous. This is also a potential toy hand. It's a potential all triplets hand. 4-7. Yeah, I'll take the 4-7 weight. Are you kidding me? This is white dragon, half flush. That's 3 Han, and then a red 5 is 4 Han. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be another dealer Mongon. Oh my god. This is a situation where I would con. Like, I don't know, because I want the opportunity to be able to end the game. Maybe that's a little too greedy. Maybe if given the chance, we just straight up don't con. Like, why open the door to darkness ourselves? You know what I mean? Oh, I also need to tell you this. We can take our foot a little bit off the gas because we're sitting in Tenpai right now. The thing that I've been doing off stream and off YouTube to de-stress is playing Kingdom Hearts 2, which is a game that I've played before in my childhood, but I'm skipping all of the cutscenes. So I don't really know what's going on with the story. Like, I have a vague recollection, but here's why, and I love Kingdom Hearts, okay? So please know that my criticisms of the game are rooted in a deep love of the game as well. I don't need Goofy and Donald Duck telling me what constitutes a human soul. Gorsh, did you know that a nobody and a heartless? No, I don't. Goofy, not right now. Because then it no longer becomes a de-stressing activity. It becomes a stressful activity. It becomes a stressful activity. Listening to Goofy explain what true love is, which is not a thing that happens in the game, but listening to Goofy do that does not bring me much joy. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. Let me know if that resonates with you. I don't know if I haven't really heard of anyone else like playing a game and just straight up skipping all of the cutscenes with like a vehemently, you know? Sorry, friend. I mean, my character's face didn't flash, but that's for Han. Yeah, that's basically a dealer Mongon. That's basically a farm to table Mongon. Not only that, this is one of those games where I'm gonna get the cool cat icon. Holy Did I do something? Where are these hands in the situations where I need them most? This is ridiculous. Can I be so bold? I'm gonna be a little bold here and say that they're even a little redonkulous. If we examine the nuances of the situation, these hands are redonkulous. Definitely. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have all our 5 shapes. We don't need this 8 or this 5, but this is one of those situations where I'm like, okay, let's cut the 8 first. I want to keep the 5 around because if we get a 2-sided weight here, like if we draw a 4 or a 6, we'd rather cut the 8, 9, right? Okay. Or in this case, let's just cut the 5. I don't know. Maybe it's still worth waiting for like something. Because again, this 8, 9 shape is not very good. I'll say that right off of the bat. There's still a situation where we can win off of the door. I'm not gonna con there. I'm not gonna con, and I think that shows restraint because our hand is not even in Tenpai yet. We don't even have the opportunity to get after the con Yaku, which is the Rinshan Kaiho. Very poetic. Did you know? And a lot of you probably do if you're watching this video. Okay. Did you know that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? I'm sorry to betray your trust like that. Did you know that Rinshen Kaiho, which means after a Kanyaku, which is the name for the after a Kanyaku, translates to like the flower that blooms on the mountaintops? Isn't that metal AF? Isn't that so good? Okay, player to my left takes it with an all simples hand. The reason that I was okay dealing all of that is because they didn't look like they had a scary hand. And we have 2 copies of the Dora. So worst case, they have 2 copies of the Dora. All right, this game is still going on. Player to my left is on death's door, at death's end, which I believe is the name of a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Again, I'm reminded of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies because, say it with me, I'm playing Kingdom Hearts in the background, skipping all the cutscenes. Player to my right going for a flush of some kind. Okay, it's bad news bears if they're going for bamboo tiles because I have a lot of them. Take these circle tiles. Okay. Are they? Okay, they don't want circle tiles either. So worst case scenario, they're going for a half flush. Also, they're the dealer and this is the south round. So they could just be going for a fast hand to try to keep their dealer seat, right? The reason that they would want to do this, by the way, is because as the dealer, you basically get 1.5 times the value of your hand if you win. So say like you get a Mongon, right? When you're not the dealer. That's 8,000 points. Not bad, right? Not bad. But as the dealer, a dealer Mongon with the exact same hand will get you 12,000 points. So obviously, like being the dealer is a really powerful tool in offensively speaking, right? Which is why as well, and welcome to the Yusong Liu lecture series, which is why we also have to be careful about when the dealer specifically calls Riichi. Why? Because the dealer's hand is going to be more valuable than if other people call Riichi. So if we're making that mental pro and cons list of like, should we fold? Should we fight here? What's going on? Is it Jack Sparrow? Is At Death's End really a movie in the franchise? Is Tom Waits an American musician? Like, if we're compiling all those factors, we also have to acknowledge whether or not the dealer is the one calling Riichi. Or if the player calling Riichi is the dealer, you know? All right. A lot of open hands. A lot of open hearts. Thank God I waited for a second. So what's scary here? I mean, everything in our hand is a little bit scary here. We can't discard the Dora because player to my left has a seat wind open. They could still very well make use of the Dora. There's the open con. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Okay, so what do we do here? We play as if someone's in Tenpai because most likely someone is, right? If I were them, I'd be going for the con in order to be getting the after the Kanyaku to just to just add more and more value to your hand, right? So because of that, we can just assume that they're in tenpai. And of course, yes, I'm going to fold. Yes, I'm going to fold. Hey, do you think America is the greatest country in the world? Well, let me answer that with another question. It's like that kind of moment, you know? No one thinks that you're gonna answer the question honestly. And then you gotta be like, I'm gonna fold. I'm gonna answer the question honestly. All right, I'm playing fast. Everyone's kind of playing fast because I think we know that the lay of the land. If the players with a good hand are fighting for it. The players without the good hands, like me, are just straight up folding. I mean, you're looking at this hand. It's not looking bad by any means. I missed this. I just straight up did not realize that the white dragon was discarded like 4 turns ago. What was I okay, the white dragon was discarded once again, which means that we now have clearance to discard the white dragon. That was a very scary tile to be holding onto for this long. Player across from me making some of life's hardest decisions. Okay, 4 of circles. I mean, you're gonna give me that chance? He's a bit of a flirt, but I'm gonna give him a chance. You're gonna give me that chance? I'm gonna take it. We bail with another 4 of circles, barring any disasters. Okay, I mean, 3 of bamboo, sure. Player to my right opens, makes moves forward. And here's the thing. Oh, Yusong. This is like an embarrassment of riches situation. Wow, okay. Wow, as the dealer, wow. Nice moves as the dealer. So 3 Han, 5,800 points. I feel like originally that might just be a 4,000 point or a 3,900. I think that would be originally like a 3,900 point hand, but because they're the dealer, the value gets inflated. They did a really good job there. Not only winning in a difficult position, right? They had 1,000 points left, but winning with a good hand as well. That half outside hand is very powerful. Okay, this hand is looking good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 shapes in our hand. If we can draw something around this 6, like a 5 or a 7, that would make my day. Okay, that's also a thing. So what happens now? If we draw a 9 of circles or the west wind, I'm slamming that Riichi button. I'm slamming that like and subscribe button, dude. I'm even ringing that bell. Why? Because it's a good chance to win and we can wait on a terminal. If we, oh God, okay. Player to my left. I mean, this is foolish. The con just gives other people, like, no offense, and this is not a situation that I take lightly. You are not going to, hang on, give me 1 second. I don't know what to do with this hand. This is actually a really tricky position. If this is our pair, we could go for a 7, 8, 9 mixed triple sequence as well. Okay, the con is a really aggressive action here, right? Because you boost everyone's hand. Potentially, right? Now everyone with a 4 of bamboo is in there. Okay, really scary situation. But our hand is also not looking that bad. They could have a half flush. I don't know. If they're really gunning for first place though, this would be the way to do it. If I was in their shoes, I would not have the bravery to do so. I would legitimately not have the bravery because you would literally need a Yakuman. Or not a Yakuman, like a Yakuman, you would need such a huge hand to get back into this game. Or a series of really small but good hands. Okay. So this is scary, right? They could have a half flush, they could have a half outside hand. A lot of things could be happening here. I actually can't discard the green dragon. It's too risky right now. With the player to my left, sure, I know there's no potential of a Yakuman with the 3 big dragons or even the 3 little dragons Yaku. I can't do it though. I can't do it. There's the Dora. I also can't discard that. Have I lost my mind? A little bit. What am I doing with this 5 discard? Well, it's a dangerous tile. I want to get rid of it sooner rather than later. Player to my left. I have no idea what they're doing, but there's a world where it's a half outside hand that's very, very scary. So things adjacent to the terminals here, I can't really discard them. Player to my right also doing the honey badger philosophy of straight up not giving a frick. Player to my left sumos it. Let's see how big their hand is. There's the green dragon that we were talking about. Half flush, not a half outside hand, but that's a half flush with a con, which is a lot of mini points. There's the Mangan. They could still take this. I mean, we can't exactly relax completely yet. We are at a huge lead, don't get me wrong. This is an enormous lead, but it's not over. That's the thing about Mahjong. Okay, door is the 1 of bamboo. We definitely want to keep that in our hand. Optimistically speaking, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shapes in our hand. Like a Feist song, excuse me. Hang on. There's also the world where legitimately, we don't need to win with a big hand. And I don't want anyone else to be able to pawn the Dora. I don't want to give anyone else a chance to amass like 2 or 3 copies of the Dora. We don't need it. We don't need to win by a lot. We just need to win by a little. And even a Riichi Pinfu could kill the player to my right if they deal into it. So let's play like that. Let's play like that. A 2, 3, 4 mixed triple sequence here as well. So we have options, okay? We legitimately have some options here. What's scary here? The white dragon's scary. Either we hang on to it with the chance that we draw one. I don't want to give anyone else a chance though. I don't want to give anyone else a chance. There's the white dragon. Player to my left opens up their hand on a 3 of bamboo. Sure. Haven't discarded a lot of other bamboo tiles. Okay. We are close to tenpai. So what's the dream here? We draw the 3 of characters. We cut this, and then we're on a 4-7 weight. Do we call Riichi then? I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure there. I'm honestly not sure. We definitely do not call Riichi if we're on a single tile weight. That is just too risky for me. I'll take the tenpai, don't get me wrong, but like if we draw 2 of bamboo here, we cut the 4, wait on the 2 if we sumo it, but also if we draw like a like an 8 or something, I mean, okay. I'll treat this as I'll treat this as 2 sequences here. It's not bad. I think this opens up our hand for a lot of possibilities here. Like if we draw a 2 or a 5 of bamboo, we can call Riichi and wait on a 5 or an 8. I don't know if that's good, but it's an option. Player to my right opens up on a 9 of bamboo. Not sure what they're doing there. Can't see that, unfortunately. I'll cut this too. It was recently discarded. It should be okay. Player to my left may be in tenpai for a half or a full flush of the bamboo tiles. That's a possibility. Player across from me as the dealer, they sumo. Is this enough to kill the player to my right? Sumo Tanya red 5 as the dealer, 3 Han. That's 6,000 points. Not enough to kill the player to my right, but you gotta believe that they're hurting right now. They're at 900 points. They can't even call Riichi. It's tough. It's definitely a tough situation. Okay, what's good about this hand? Well, if we sumo anything, we have a legit opportunity to destroy the player to our left and end the game like that. What's the path of least resistance here? The path of least resistance is an all simples hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we still need to keep our options open. Like this is our pair, but I don't necessarily like it as our pair. I'd rather use it as like a 3-4-5 or even a 2-3-4. I don't know. But this hand can move fast though. Do I open up this hand? Here's the dangerous thing about opening up this hand. Say we open up this hand for a few pawns and cheese, right? 1, 2. Okay, fair enough. I mean, it's not looking great, but now if we draw a 3 of characters, we're in tenpai on a pinfu weight for this 5 or 8 of characters. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm scared of Furitan. I know that we could keep the 2, 3 and the 3, 4, but I'm scared of Furitan because that means like if we want to win off of the 5, we won't be able to later on. Okay, I mean, okay, what can we do here? Let's think about our options. Let me finish my thought from earlier too, and thanks for your patience. If we open up our hand with a few cheese and pawns and then someone calls Riichi, our tiles are really good. Like we don't have a lot of safe tiles to fold with, you know what I mean? If we can chi, yeah, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna get into tenpai for the 2 of characters. Sure, not a lot of them are left. One of them was just discarded though. You never know. You never know. And if the player to my right deals in, they deal themselves into the Shadow Realm. Wow. The best way this game could have ended. Honestly, the best way this game could have ended. I legitimately felt invincible here. I felt like I was 18 years old again. Are you kidding me? I legitimately felt like I had plot armor this game. This was ridiculous. Just take a look at that. That is ridiculous. That's the cool cat icon. That's the cool cat icon. Holy moly, dude. Check the match history real quick. There's the cat icon. There's the cat icon. Defense stat untouched. The rest of the stats are buffing themselves out. Take me back into the logs. I want to see. I want to be a little bit of a judgment Justin right now. Okay, because I want to see some of these other players, like what they were thinking dealing into me. Okay, I dealt into someone here. What happened? Player to my left had a great hand. They cut 3 amazing tiles in a row. No Dora visible. And the 7 is made extra dangerous by that 6. Of course, I say this all the time, but like, if they had called Riichi on this, which they can't because they had an open hand, remember? If they called Riichi on it, I would have been like, yeah, no way the 7's gonna go. Because they could have a 5-6-6 shape that they pivoted to a 5-6 shape. And yet I didn't listen. So what could I have done? I could have folded on the 2. Could have maybe cut one of these 5s. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still very much a good hand. Waited for some more information, right? This is just me not paying attention, but I mean, it's East 1. I think a part of my brain just legitimately didn't want to believe that they had a big hand that fast. But even in East 1, we can't be that greedy. We can't be that greedy. And this is a 0 on hand right now. Okay, good to know for later. Good to know for later. Someone dealt in this round. So this player dealt the red dragon here. Would I have dealt the same? Yeah, because now they're in Tenpai. They are. Did they call Riichi with this? No, they didn't. So they. Oh, I can't tell. They're not even in Tenpai yet. Would I have done the same? Yeah, 1 red dragon's already been discarded. I think I would have definitely done it. But of course, the player to my right going for that all triplets hand, they make the very sneaky choice to wait single tile on the red dragon. That's really nice play by them. That's a really nice, very suspicious play. Okay, someone dealt into me here. Ah, they wanted a chance to stay in Tenpai, so they cut the 5 of bamboo. So yeah, you don't cut the, no, you don't do this here. If someone cons with 4 copies of the Dora, you don't cut the 5 here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What would have been safer? I mean, you have 2 Dora as well. This is a 1, 2, pure double sequence, 3, red 5, 4 Han, 5 Han hand. This is a Mongon. This is a dealer Mongon. I understand why you'd want to push for it. But since when were you in Tenpai? Just now. Okay. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. This is a really tricky situation. Because what could you have even discarded? Yeah, dude, there's not a lot of safety on the board right now. What, you're going to cut an 8? Okay, then what are you going to do with this excess 6 that you've got? A 2 probably would have been safe. A 2 had been discarded recently, but could you... I would fold with this hand, but I can understand why other people wouldn't. And I can understand why sometimes it'd be the right decision, but not... I feel like not in the face of 4 Dora, right? Tell me, let me know in the comments. Like, what do you think about this situation? Sumo, I mean, this was ridiculous. These hands were nuts. There's the Riichi with a pure, oh my god. Yeah, this is nuts. And then again, I sumo again. I didn't even need anyone's help. Oh, and then both of these happening while I'm in the dealer's seat, like cemented the ginormous win that we accrued. I'm letting the thing play again. I apologize. I don't know how to skip that. I don't think there's a way to skip that. It's the shame of doing game replays. Of course, this hand was also pretty nuts. What? So I guess it's not obvious that I'm going for the flush and bamboo, but based on my first 3 discards, you can assume that I'm going for a flush in the bamboo suit. Yeah, like early on in the first 3 discards, oh yeah, probably going for a flush. Most likely, worst case scenario, they're going for a half flush in the bamboo suit. Okay. And then I discard 1 bamboo, and then I'm like, oh, I discard some other stuff. With that 1 discard, I'd be like, oh, he's in Tenpai. If he's going for the half flush in bamboo, which probably, and he's willing to discard bamboo tiles now, he's in Tenpai. So what do they do here? They don't want to cut the Dora. They don't want to cut the Dora. I can understand that. I can understand that sentiment. Is this Tenpai for them? No, it's not. They're so far away, dude. Also, the 6 would have... If you're tearing up this shape to go for the half flush, at least tear it up with the 6 first. The 6 is much safer. And then wait for someone else to deal the 7. You never know. Someone else could do that first. This is a dangerous situation. And then they deal into a monster hand. Yeah, okay. All right, fair enough. This is East 4. I deal into a baby hand here. Do. I dealt the 5 because I had 2 of the Dora. And I was maybe a little overconfident. If I really wanted to, I could have folded with the Easts, but I don't think that was right. What's the Dora? It's the 1 of characters. Yeah, I have 2 of them. And this looks like an all simples hand. And they're not even showing like a red 5 or something. I'm okay with my decision making there. I mean, I'm glad it worked out. Someone dealt in here. They don't want to discard the green dragon. Wait, what? They don't want to discard the green dragon? The green dragon is so safe here. I mean, it's not so safe because it's been a while. And like they are on a single tile. Wait, they deal a 3 and it deals into the player on their left. Wow. I would have dealt the green dragon here. Really? This is the Dora, so they don't want to get rid of it. And then, I mean, if they dealt the Dora, that's true. They would have dealt into the player on our right. Schleppa here had a really difficult decision. I think the green dragon is probably the discard. But then later in the game, like who would have known? I mean, it's 10 tiles left. You're not going for the win. You're just trying to stay in Tenpai, right? Yeah, I might have even, I don't know. I don't fault them here because I could also see a world where I see that 4 of circles discard and I'm like, oh, okay, it's Suji to the 4. But of course, that single tile weight is brutal. Okay, fair enough. A lot of sumos, and then I run off of a very small hand. Let's see what the player to my left was thinking as they discarded this. Wait. Ah, yes. It's because a 2 was just discarded. It was because a 2 was just discarded. Wow. And they weren't in Tenpai, but yeah, what? I mean, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Yeah, you want to keep everything else in your hand. I can understand wanting to break up the 6 and the 7, but if you're gonna break up a good tile, go with the one that's closer to the terminal, right? And that was recently discarded. I mean, we just got him on a really we had plot armor there. That's like Akagi going like, yeah, no matter what you discard, I'm gonna win. I've looked deep into your mind. I've looked deep into your soul. Like I'm one of the characters being explained by Goofy in Kingdom Hearts. All right, that's gonna do it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. Helps out a lot, dude. I wake up in the morning, I see there's like comments, I'm going through them, I'm smiling, I'm giggling, I'm like, yeah, that was true when a cross lord made that like decision. Like, wasn't that nuts? I love them, genuinely, so thank you. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Twitch at 4 p.m. PST. Find that link in the description. Talk to us on our Discord server. It's a great community. I genuinely think so. All right, until next time, please be patient with yourself. Please take care of yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.